That's the end of the first overtime, with the score all tied.
Wait, what is? 52's the mic. I got it. Shit. Gold 50.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Check, 47. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. "47's the mic. 47's the mic."
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Good track.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Foles. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Will be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Here's Foles. He hits blue. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running left is Fournette. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, goal. Down goal. Down goal. 43.
Now Foles. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
6-man.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Calais Campbell on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 41-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you.
Left side here to Sanders. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Flacco looks to throw. Escaping. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller, his second sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to... It got his man complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey, Monday. Hurry up.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 42 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Keeper.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 17-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now Flacco. He's got a first down and more past the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now it's Lindsey.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throw left side complete. It's Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Flacco from the gun. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Emmanuel Sanders. Incomplete. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First and 10 here for Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Hey, man. Ready. We ain't giving up nothing today. Switch. Hey, Monday. Ready, high.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Lad, 20. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Flash! Ready! Quit talking about it and bring it. Switch.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Flacco. He's got his tight end Fant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go. Hey, high 7. Mike's Fofo. 3 buzz.
Now Flacco. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go one more.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Three yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Foles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. On first down, it's Blue. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
A gain of 14.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Here you go.
He'll look to throw. Now a hit and falls, loses the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alfred Blue, 41 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Wait. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Behind that, ready? He don't know no better.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the second.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Bradley Chubb bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
43 is the marker.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the foot.